luxury. Performance. $90,000 is a lot of money, and at $86,784, our test vehicle, the 2013 Lexus LS 460 F Sport, costs a lot of money. But for some, money is no object, so long as you get what you want. And that is what Lexus aimed to accomplish with the 460 F Sport, serving cake and a fork to go with it. As the Lexus rubs elbows with that aspirational category of vehicles, it aims to sweeten the pot, so to speak, by offering the best of both worlds, luxury and performance. And AutoAcademics was tasked at finding out whether or not it succeeded. For starters, what makes the F Sport different from the standard LS? 19-inch forged alloy wheels and summer tires, specially tuned and lowered adaptive variable air suspension, 14.8-inch Brembo brakes with 6-piston calipers, and a limited slip rear differential. F Sport's specific front bumper, grille inserts, and LED fog lamps are added as well. Inside, you get a black leather-trimmed interior with white perforations, bolstered front seats with embossed headrests, black Alcantara headliner, aluminum pedals, and an F Sport specific steering wheel with paddle shifters. Under the hood, the 2013 Lexus LS 460 F Sport has a 4.6-liter V8 engine that makes 386 horsepower and 367 pound-feet of torque. This engine is mated to an 8-speed sequential shift automatic transmission that powers the rear wheels. 0 to 60 miles per hour is achieved in 5.4 seconds with a top speed of 130 miles per hour. Estimated fuel economy is 16 city, 24 highway, with a combined average of 19 miles per gallon on premium fuel. AutoAcademics saw an average of 18.3 miles per gallon during testing. While the outside is impressive, inside is where owners will spend most of their time. When you think about luxury appointments, they're typically things that you want but don't need. And once you've had them, you can't imagine living without them. This Lexus LS 460, it has quite a few appointments just like that. For example, the clock is GPS based, where you never have to set it. The doors, those times where you go to close the door and it doesn't quite close all the way, so the door is kind of ajar, well, don't worry about it. The car will close it the rest of the way for you. And then the seats. They're climate controlled, but these seats have an automatic setting that's based on the temperature that you have set inside of the car, as well as the temperature that is outside of the car. It will adjust the heat versus the cooling based on whatever those needs are. As we take a look at the center stack, at the very top we have the navigation screen with high resolution, and that is a 12.3-inch screen with remote touch interface. Now what they mean by remote touch interface is that down here there is a mouse that can be used to navigate through all of the different areas up there on the screen. Both driver's and passenger front seats have 3 memory settings, and seatbelt adjustments are done electrically. Instead of your usual wood grain, the F Sport model comes with nice metals and leather, as well as a stylish piano black finish. Now as we take a look at the climate control, you see that there are dual settings there for driver and for passenger. You've got your auto and off buttons there. You've got your fan speeds, all of the typical things that you would need as far as climate control is concerned. And down below that, you have your single slot CD receptacle, as well as other controls to be able to access your audio system. Now, when talking about this audio system, this car is included with the optional Mark Levinson 19 speaker with single DVD and CD player. Using the mouse to navigate, you can scroll through all of your different audio options such as AM/FM radio, satellite radio, Bluetooth audio, and USB connections. Besides using the physical buttons below, you can also navigate your climate control options via the screen. In this compartment here, you have your cup holders as well as your 12-volt accessory port. And as we work our way down the center stack here, you have your gear selector, and then you also have the mouse that we use to navigate the touch screen. You've got a physical menu button to get you back to the main menu, and then when you're in navigation mode, you also have a map button next to that. There is a nice soft leather lined armrest there for when you're using that mouse, and then to the left you have your different settings for the suspension and transmission modes that work with the F-Sport model. You've got snow, you have traction control off, and then you also have the a height control for when maybe you are going on roads that are just a little bit rougher than normal. You can make sure that the car is raised up so that you don't worry about having any damage to the undercarriage. And then in normal mode again, the car drops back down so that it is nice and sporty. This dial here, it actually allows you to switch between comfort and eco modes. If you just push that dial in, you go to normal mode, and then you have a sport and a sport plus mode. So what we'll do is we'll take a look and see exactly what that dial does. Now, as I turn the dial to the left, it will go into comfort mode. You click it to the left one more time, and then you go into eco mode. If I push the dial down, it will go back into normal mode. And then if I turn the dial to the right, we'll go into sport mode. And then one more time, we go into sport plus mode. You will notice that there are also color indicators on the dash as you change between each mode as well. For example, if we move into eco mode, the dash has some blue lights that shine up above the speedometer and tachometer. And then if we go to sport mode, it changes to red. There is a large leather-lined glove compartment. And then at the very bottom or back of the center console, you have your rear privacy shade in the back. Rear seat passengers have a large leather-lined center armrest with plenty of storage underneath and cup holders in the front. There are also air conditioning vents in the back, as well as another 12-volt accessory port beneath. Now, although luxury is a relative thing, and the backseat of this LS 460 F-Sport is a very comfortable place to be, I would expect that most owners would rather be in the front, specifically behind the steering wheel. Unlike many cars with a sport button, this car actually does something. You actually get some tactile feeling and difference in what happens with the car when you push that button. The suspension firms up, the engine downshifts in the expectancy that you're going to want to do something special with the car, and it really makes it a more lively driving experience. And the paddle shifters work well as well. Yet, when in comfort mode, this 8-speed transmission is almost as if it's not even there. With fuel economy at about 19 miles per gallon during our testing, that's on par with cars of this class. So that means that it's definitely going to thin your wallet a little bit. Now, if you have to ask by how much, you can't afford it.
So I guess all that remains is how we at AutoAcademics felt about this car. And we say that for discerning buyers who want the best of all worlds during their daily commutes, the LS 460 F Sport definitely should be considered.
So there you have it, luxury and performance in the 2013 LS 460 F Sport. I'm Chris from AutoAcademics. Thanks for watching.